Hello everyone. Welcome to today's lecture. Today we are going to discuss the fundamentals of information security and why it is important to secure the information. See, nowadays we are dealing with a lot of information. We are sharing our information on so many platforms. All the companies are dealing with a lot of information related to their stakeholders, maybe their clients, their users, and many other things. If this information is not properly secured, it can be causing the trouble to the company, trouble to the users, or it may be misused by any other person for his or her benefit. So that is why it is very important to secure the information in a proper way. Now, when we talk about information security, three things are very important, which are called as pillars of information security, or the other name for this is the CIA Triad model. The CIA Triad model. Now, what is the meaning of triad? Triad means a set of three things. So here the three things are confidentiality, I stands for integrity, and A stands for availability. If these three things are in place, then we can say our data, our information is secured. Now, what is the meaning of confidentiality? Confidentiality simply means keeping the information secret or private. You are not going to share with any unauthorized person. For example, if you have any secret of your friend and that friend tells you that do not share with anybody else, then you must keep it confidential, means up to you only. That is called as confidentiality, not sharing with any unauthorized party. Then the next one is integrity. Now, what is the meaning of integrity? It simply means keeping the data as it is, the information as it is. No unauthorized modifications are allowed. The simple example of integrity is in WhatsApp, we have two options. One is sharing the message, or one is forwarding the message. When you copy the message, paste it somewhere, do some changes, and then post it, that means you are not keeping the message intact. But when you forward the message as it is, that means you are keeping the integrity of the message. So integrity means avoiding or preventing the unauthorized modification in the information. Next one is availability. Availability simply means whenever the information is required by any authorized person, it should be available at that time. So, if confidentiality, integrity, and availability are properly maintained, we can say that the information is secure. If there is any problem with one of these things, it can be a problem to the security of the information. So, remember this CIA: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Triad means set of three, and these three are called as the pillars of information security. Next topic is threat and vulnerabilities. When we talk about information security, it is very important to understand these two concepts, these two terms, which are repeatedly used. One is threat, THREAT, and vulnerability. Now let us try to understand what is the meaning of threat. Anything, any type of danger that can cause damage to your information or your system is called as threat. Vulnerability is any type of weakness from where your system can be exploited, from where actually the threat can enter the system. They are called as vulnerabilities. For example, if you say virus is a threat, not having the antivirus is a vulnerability, right? Phishing mails, phishing messages. Suppose this is the threat, then not having the awareness about it. So that can be the vulnerability. In simple terms, let us try to understand this. Suppose you and your family decide to go on a picnic, and you have kept so many valuable things in your house like gold and cash, and then you go on a picnic. Now your valuables, assets you have kept in the house, and there is no one, and you have locked the door. Now what is the threat to this? There is a threat of stealing of your valuables. Any thief can enter, right? And that thief can steal your valuables. There can be the threats like disasters, natural disasters or man-made disasters. So threat means which is causing the damage to your valuables. Now what are the vulnerabilities? You have just locked the door by using one simple lock, and everything is open in the house. So this is vulnerability. That means thief can easily break the door, easily enter the house, and easily take your valuables away and cause a damage to you. So threat is the danger that can be caused to the information, and vulnerability is a situation, it is a weakness from where threat can enter the system. Now let us try to understand the 3 Ds of information security. 3 Ds. Now what are these 3 Ds? Defense, detection, and deterrence. Defense. You have any type of asset, any type of physical asset or any logical asset, you have to have the proper defensive system. Asset means any valuable thing that is valuable to you or your company. Anything, it can be information, it can be data, it can be users, it can be physical property. So defense is very important. Defense means how you are going to protect your system, protect your assets from any unauthorized access. That particular system is called as the defense system. Like we have, every country has their own defense system, their military, their air force, their navy. What is this? These all are the types of defense measures only, we have various types of threats from other people, so we are trying to protect ourselves. So that is nothing but a type of defense. Next one is detection. Detection means trying to identify what is doubtful, anything which is happening and you see around you and you think that this is not for good intention, this is something bad or something doubtful, something malicious happening. So that you have to detect at very early stage. If you are not able to detect it, that can cause a major damage in the future. So detection is also very much important. Next one is deterrence. Deterrence means the fear of consequences. Suppose I do something today which is wrong, what will be the consequences of it afterwards? So those things, those types of fears in the minds of your users, in the minds of people who are trying to do some malicious activities, they are called as deterrence. Defense means protecting your system, having the protective measures. Detection means trying to identify the doubtful activities happening around you, and deterrence means telling the people if they do anything harmful, anything malicious, they are going to have the consequences of it. So these 3 Ds are very much important when we talk about information security, because if you do not have any defense, or if you do not have the proper detection system, or you are not having any deterrence in the people around you, there can be the problems to information that you are having. Anybody can do anything, anybody can try to steal the information, try to hijack the information, try to attack the systems. So to avoid all these things, we have to have these 3 Ds properly in place: the defense, detection, and deterrence. Now let us see the examples of defense, detection, and deterrence in information security. Defense. installation of antivirus programs, proper firewalls, encryption decryption systems, having the strong passwords. All this comes in defense, even updating your operating systems time to time, access control policies. All these are the examples of defense. Detection, the example is intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, IDS and IPS. Then SIEM, security information and event management. These are the detection techniques from where you can detect if anything malicious activity is happening around. And deterrence means cyber law, having the various laws or punishments for the attackers. CCTV cameras around you that can also give the fear to the attackers if they are doing any malicious activity. And then policies, security policies we can have for the users and employees, which can stop them, which can make them aware about what are the security rules and regulations we have. So that is why uh, if these three things are in proper place, defense, detection and deterrence, if it is maintained properly, then we can say the information can be secured. If any problem there with defensive system or a detection system, or there is no deterrence, there is no fear in the minds of people around you, then surely we can say that there can be attacks on our systems. So let us revise quickly the topics we discussed today. First was why security is so important, that is importance of information security, because we know that security is a valuable asset to any organization or even an individual user. If there is any problem with the information, it is leaked, it is misused, it is going to cause a major problem to individual users as well as the company. Then we discussed about what are the threats and what are the vulnerabilities. So in short, we can say that threat is any type of danger, any type of situation that can cause damage to your system, that is called as threat. Vulnerability is weakness, from where threat can enter the system. Weakness, weak situation. Then we studied the CIA Triad model. CIA, confidentiality, integrity and availability. Keeping the data secret or private is called as confidentiality. Avoiding unauthorized modifications is called as integrity, and making the data available whenever it is required by authorized parties is called as availability. Triad means set of three things. Next, we studied the 3Ds of information security: defense, detection and deterrence. Defense means having the proper protection for your assets, that is called as defense. Detection means you have to identify what are the malicious activities happening around you, that is detection. And deterrence, fear, having the fear in the minds of users of consequences. If they do anything harmful, if they try to attack, if they try to misuse the information, they have to face the consequences of it. That is called as deterrence. And one more topic I want to tell you, that is security investment. Why it is important for the companies or for the individuals to invest in security. Now we discussed the example of our house. We are locking it and keeping the valuables inside. So we are investing in a lock. If we are having the assets of 1 lakh rupees in our house, then purchasing the lock of 1000 is an investment. If we do not want to do that investment, surely our data, our whatever valuables we have inside the system, they will be at the risk. So that is why, to avoid further damage, further problems in your system, in your data, it is important to invest in security. And that is why most of the companies are having their security measures at place, and they invest a lot of amount in this, because this investment is actually necessary. If they do not invest in security, the problems that they are going to face afterwards will be more expensive and that are not affordable for the company. They can damage the reputation of the company. They can these threats will defame the company. There can be many problems in their uh, particular whatever business they are doing. So that is why many companies are having a lot of investment in the security. If they do not do so, the problems can be huge, the problems can be major, and that cannot be solved afterwards. So that's it for today's lecture. I hope you understood the basics that we discussed today. These 4 5 things, which are the fundamental things related to information security, you have to remember only these 4 5 things. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can comment below the video. I will be answering all your queries related to this topic, fundamentals of information security. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned, stay blessed. Thank you.